Um, fly. Oh, I need to change the airplane because we're gonna go back to our favorite one, which is the caravan. Oh, airliners. Okay, so basically today we're gonna do a flight from Giramben airstrip to Goroka. Instead of usually when you take off and you get to Chimbu, which is around here, you go around the mountains and come into Goroka here. It's a pretty short flight, but this time we're going to go take the valley where the rivers because the scenery is pretty amazing. It's between the mountains and the rivers and waterfalls, I think, along the way. I don't know if the sim depicts it or not, but that's the idea behind it. So basically, this is what we're going to be taking. It's not supposed to be such a long flight. Okay, let's move the slider to daytime because we really want to see the scenery. Flight conditions, let's leave it a second at live weather, but if it's too rainy or too cloudy, we'll just clear the skies because we want to enjoy the scenery more than actually just challenging ourselves between rain and whatever. Okay, so let's try. It takes time to load the sim, I guess. Okay. I want to connect the second to VATSIM. If we're going to do this flight, we may as well do it online. So let me just file the locations. Okay, so it's AYMU. AYMU to AYGA. Cruising altitude, let's say 8,000. Even though probably will be lower, but let's do it. Alright. Perfect. It's not really necessary. I don't think there's any ATC controllers anyway. But it's nice to have it. Okay. So let's open up the map and we'll show you where we're going to be flying. So basically we're going to be taking off from here, turn left, go straight line in the valley until we reach Chimbu. Now instead of going through that river and through that mountain and to Goroka, we're going to be taking this route through the valleys and mountains and waterfalls, whatever we'll be able to spot. And we're going to be approaching Goroka from that side, and we're going to just be landing on the runway from there. So that's basically the plan for today. It's not supposed to be so long flight. Okay. So let's put our flaps. Let's do maximum flaps. Alright. Let's speed brake. Let's see. Just setting my rudders, going all over the place. Okay, speed brakes off. And let's go, let's roll. Let's zoom out a bit. Let's climb somewhere about like 500 feet above ground level before we start retracting some flaps. It's not even increasing speed. Okay, let's retract flaps just to get a little bit more airspeed. It's something weird in the new version since the update. It's behaving weird. Okay. Decrease power a bit. And decrease the propeller RPM. Both. A little bit more, I guess. Okay. So basically, this is the outside. You can see here the mountains. We're going to be flying in this valley up until around we reach those mountains, and then we're going to take right into the basically inside. Let's climb a little bit further. I wasn't paying attention. I think we can... Okay, now let's turn back to the line. I was handling something else at the same time, so I think we're pretty much high enough. I don't think we need to climb any more than that. Actually, we want to be a little bit lower, that we're able to see the scenery. Okay, once we reach a mountain, we might adjust our altitude a bit. We will lower it. Let's lower it a bit. open the reroute and I want to see if I can see my plane. Sorry for that. If I go to Okeana, I think it is Papua New Guinea. Yeah, I see myself. Okay, I think we should decrease our altitude a bit. Or not yet. Okay, the valley's pretty boring. Seems to be. So we're about to reach Chimbu around here, and then we'll go into the mountains. Let's open up the map. See the weather. Let's see. Oh, I didn't do live weather. I want to see how it will be with live weather. What's the condition? Okay. I guess it's reasonable. We can remain with that one. I think we can still see the scenery. My only fear was with live weather that we'll have too many clouds and then we won't be able to enjoy the scenery, but I think now it's okay. You can see pretty nicely how the cloud blends into the trees. Don't forget it's pretty high elevation in the first place to start with. Okay, we are basically gonna go into this valley over here, so we can already start our turn. If you open up the map, you can see, let's do GPS following. This is where we need to go anyways. So it's basically here, so we can already start our turn. We are, instead of going through here, we are doing a little shortcut. Doesn't make much difference, I guess. The original plan was to go through, follow that river. You see that river where my mouse cursor is, and go into the bridge. I mean, we can do it if we want, you know, but let's do it anyways instead of doing a little shortcut. Let's follow it. I don't know how nice or not nice it is. How much difference, but we'll see. So this is Chimbu Airport and Chimbu Town, I guess. Let's see how much we can zoom into it. Usually when you go to Goroka, you go through here to that valley and you go in. But we're going to take a longer route, which is supposedly supposed to be a nice one, through the valleys, and we'll come from the other side. You see, so this is where instead of, well, we didn't do much. We wanted to come here, and instead of going here, I guess it's the same. But anyways, the idea. Okay, let's do a little turn. we might lower a bit our altitude just to fly in between the mountains rather higher than the mountains. That's the whole point of going that route, to enjoy the scenery. So we'll lower altitude, hold down on the throttles a bit on the power. We don't want to overspeed. Last time I tried to do this flight, I overspeeded it because I've not noticed that I had too much power, and I wanted to lower my altitude, and basically boom, it crashed. I didn't know why. I thought it was a bug until I reviewed the video again, and I realized it was because I was overspeeding. So let's pull down the throttles and the power a bit. Let's lower altitude, and let's go in between the mountains. So those are the mountains of Papua New Guinea. It's a beautiful location. I think this is low enough. Yeah, let's stabilize somewhere around here. Increase power again. Okay, we're in between the mountains. So we're basically following this river. I don't know what this line is supposed to represent, but basically we're following that river all the way between the mountains. So we're also staying lower than the clouds, so we shouldn't have any issues from there. And we're going to be in between the mountains. That's the idea behind it. Looks nice. See, so here's the river, and it goes to the left, and we're going to be following to the left as well. So I'm not an autopilot or anything like that, because frankly, I don't know how to operate the autopilot. So I need to pay attention more to the controls in the airplane. It's hard for me to fool around with other stuff, or suddenly you feel the airplane drifting all over the place. That's because I don't have autopilot. Okay, let's lower a bit our altitude. I think we want to go a little bit lower. Because we want to be in between the mountains more. But we want to also go more to the valley side. We're just too high. I want to be in between the mountains. That's the whole beauty of this. this is a good altitude to remain if you want a nice being between the mountains and the valley. Now let's try to do a little bit an external view. Get a little bit more. Let's see if we can find waterfalls and stuff. I heard there are amazing waterfalls in that valley. So we're turning left here. Alright, let's turn left here. I like the mist. You can see the mist in the valley. That looks so nice. It looks like all rainy and cold, even though it's tropical, so how cold could it get, really? Now look at the mist. I guess I need a little bit more to the left, because I'm too close to the mountain ridge on the right. Ooh, you see the lightning. Let's see if we can spot some waterfalls. Maybe it's not being mapped so much. Well, maybe not. Let's open up the VFR map. So basically we're continuing until here and then we turn in left. If we go down that river, it will. We did that route once to go to Wabu in one of the videos. So we took the same line here, and we continue with that line instead of here. It's so nice to fly like this between the mountains. You feel protected from wind and stuff because you're between the mountains, even though I'm sure you're not, because it's like a wind tunnel in a way. But look how gray it is. Okay, that's the intersection. I forgot the name of that river and this river. It has a name, mainly for navigation because they use it a lot. But that river is like a main one, and it splits into one that goes to Chimbu, one goes to Wabo, Kos, another, I think it's called, I don't remember the names, but there are a few airfields around here. I did that route once to Wabo. But anyways, let's, now we're heading back to Goroka. We pretty much, Goroka is somewhere here, it's not so far. Alright. Here it's already less pretty. I mean, the river, look at the water, looks amazing. But from here, if I remember correctly, the photo scenery of the Bing maps is not that developed. So you won't get much immersion out of the scenery here. Okay, I think we can climb a bit. Not climb, but at least increase speed. We want to maybe climb a little bit. Because it's no longer like hilly and nice here, remember? Actually, it's not as good. Okay, we open our map. So we're basically going through that river here. See that we're basically following the river. I've forgotten the name of that river. I'll look it up. Okay. Ooh, it's so nice. Look at the mist. The fog. Ooh, I can hear the thunders. Wow. I think it's raining here. Oops. Okay. Ooh, where do we go now? Are we still following that river? Yeah, we're still following that river. That's what's good about Papua New Guinea. When you do bush flights, you pretty much follow rivers. That's what you do. Unless you want to cross mountain ridges because you need to get to the other side. But in general navigation, it's just following rivers. So it's easy, you know. Now, if I would know this river very well in real life or in the flight simulation, I would not even have those lines in my flight plan. I would just follow the river. But since I don't, so I created a flight plan following the river, which is almost the same. Okay, so we're basically about to enter the valley. I think it's right after those mountains. We're turning to the left, and then we're going to basically be preparing for our approach because it's not so far out. Okay. So now we're entering the Goroka Valley. Well, I don't know if it's called Goroka Valley, but that's what I call it. The airport is somewhere around here. Hopefully the clouds are not directly over the airfield. It would be really interesting. Then I'll have to probably clear the clouds because I have no other way to land. Okay, let's open up the map. This is it. I think I might have to clear up the clouds. Because I think the airport would be behind that chunk of cloud over here. And I need a visual reference to be able to land. Let's give it a shot. We'll see. We'll see if we can do it without it. Or we'll just go in a circuit. No, I think, you know, we still got time, I think. I think we still got time. So let's... Wow. It's crazy. But it's really, it is beautiful though how it blends into the ground. Let's go around that little cloud. I don't want to be in it. Oh, here's the airport. Okay, hopefully the cloud doesn't cover it and then we'll be able to land in it. If not, it might be a little bit of an issue. No, I think we're clear. I think we're too low though. Okay. Okay, we're 3 miles out. Flaps. And we're gonna aim for the left runway. I think it might be too fast, so let's bring our propeller pitch into a low pitch to get some drag. I'm really too high. I'm too fast. Okay. We're gonna hover a bit over that runway because of the speed that we're at. Basically, in real life, most of those small props land on the right one way. The problem is in the sim we have some kind of elevation issues, and then I get bumps in it. So you see, if I'm gonna leave here, okay, I'm gonna take the next one. It's just hilly, okay, and it's not like that in reality. And then there's like bumps and curves in this runway, so it becomes like not really pleasant to try even using that runway. So that's why I take the left one or the right one, whichever, depends on how you look at it. Okay.